some stuff, and we'll see how it works out for him. And if he can't work, then Carson will take those reps that Pat doesn't. So we have full confidence in Carson. If he has to step in and play, then I think everybody, coaches and players, have full confidence that he can go in and do a nice job. Look for the challenge of playing the Texans. We know they're a heck of a football team, and working on that whole playoff thing. And D'Amico's done a nice job with that team, along with his coordinators. They likewise have put together a real strong offense and defense. Special teams, one of the top in the league. So, very well-rounded football team. Anyways, with that, time's yours.
Coach, do you have a hard and fast rule on, you got to practice this much to be able to play, that you kind of set out there so it's not, you're not leaning one way on what you want it to be at the time?
Yeah, I think this one's a little bit more day-to-day. Let's just see what he does, how he does, feels. He's always honest with me, so he's going to shoot me straight on it. And I'll be able to see him. Today's a lighter day, so we can get him in there and moving around a little bit.
Andy, to that point about he'll always be honest with you. Obviously, he also wants to play. How do you break down that conversation to try to really get at where he is?
Yeah, he'll talk to me. The doctors will talk to me. Trainers, we'll keep it open. Once you're out of the game, he'll shoot you pretty straight there. So it's during the game that his juices are going.
Andy, obviously it's 3 games in 11 days. You've got the game 4 days later. How, if at all, would that factor in your decision to play Patrick on Saturday?
Yeah, listen, if he can go, he'll go. If he can't, then he can't. I mean, that's keep it that simple. We're not, that's how we'll roll with it. So, and then I'll just take it day by day and see how he does here.
But at this point, there is a chance that he could go. It's not being ruled out.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah, we'll see.
Does it factor in? I mean, you're in a position now where that 2 wins and you get the number 1 spot. Does that affect your judgment at all?
No, not necessarily. I mean, the games count. So I mean, it's a game in the NFL, and it counts. And if your guys can play, they play. I mean, as long as it's medically, if they're fine, they go.
What have you learned about Carson in your time here with him? What do you like about him if he has to play a lot for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's started in the league and been successful. He's got a great feel for this offense. Very smart, big arm. I mean, I like the way he carries himself. I like everything about him. He should be starting in this league somewhere, So he's a heck of a player.
Andy, what's the plan this week for Hollywood and for Steve Nelson?
Yeah, so again, just seeing them, how they're doing it every day here. Stevie will probably need a little bit more time than maybe what Hollywood will need, but just let's take it day by day with those guys and see where this thing goes. We've released Clyde. So we have a spot available. We've got these injuries that we're juggling here, so we just got to see how that goes before we move somebody up or down or whatever each wants to do with that thing. But we sure appreciated Clyde too for all he did here. Love to get him back sometime too. So I mean, what a great kid he is.
Andy, you mentioned this last time we talked to you on Friday was Hollywood just practiced. How did he come out of that as far as what you saw you wanted?
Yes, I mean, he felt good. I mean, he felt good, moved around well, took quite a few reps. It wasn't a leg injury, so he's been working his legs. He's one of those real good endurance guys anyways, but he's been working his legs throughout here. It's just a matter of this whole thing and how it feels when he's going. But the doctors have really said it's healed up nice and looks good. So we'll just see. I'm gonna do just like you are. I'm gonna play it by ear and see how we do here. And if he can go, he'll play. If he can't, then he won't. You know.
Andy, he's been through, Patrick specifically, has been through obviously multiple ankle injuries. I know you would not want your quarterback to get hurt, but the sport is violent. Is there experience that you could use based on him playing through these injuries multiple times that can either help with the game plan or just give you better trust in like how he's going to play if his mobility is obviously limited?
Yeah, so you know, you don't want it so limited that he can't get out of the way of things. I mean, but again, he knows, he's had enough of these where he knows kind of where he's at, and he's able to communicate that. So I listen to it, and our docs check him. Rick, he was living with Rick and his crew yesterday, so and he'll do the same today. I mean, that's how he rolls. You know, he likes to play, so I mean, but he's honest with it too.
Coach, in your study, how did you feel like Joe Tooney did out at left tackle? And if Humphreys is out of the mix, is that will you stick with too?
Yeah, I'm weighing that, but I thought he did a nice job to answer your question, your original question there. The guy he was going against is one of the best in the league, and he held his own. He had a few where he got caught off balance, but I thought he battled his tail off and really, for just throwing him out there, did a nice job. He's got, you know, when you think about this now, he's played every position and done well, and a pretty amazing guy that way.
We'll ask you, Sarin, Jeremy, and Sam. What's Sarin?
Coach, I know you like to, you know, you're going to design a game plan for the skill sets of the guys you have, and Carson and Pat are going to be a little bit different, and then you like to talk to them and what do they like. Does it put more stress on you and Matt and the staff to kind of maybe have two game plans, you know, when you're here not knowing?
Yes, I'll tell you, one of the things, those two guys are very similar in what they like, which helps. I mean, that helps. So you can feed them both kind of the same thing, and they're good with it. So, you know, there's no more stress than you normally have. You know, it's not a stressful deal. I mean, I'm not trying to meet deadlines. So.
Andy, with your offensive experience, how do you try to help a quarterback like in Carson's case, who's had success and then now has to sort of reset their career as a backup and try to get their footing again?
Yeah, well, I love the way he goes about his business, and you know, when you listen to the court, when you listen to Pat, you go, this guy. Let's go. Well, why isn't this guy starting somewhere? You know, that's the conversations you hear with guys that are in that room and coaches and players, and so you know, I'm hoping that yeah, he gets to keep going. Selfishly, I'd like to keep him here, you know, in his position, but I kind of know what's going on out there with quarterbacks, and this guy is, I think, really good. So.
I think Sam's got his already, so we're good.
Okay, good.
Travis Kelce pulled out all the stops to celebrate Taylor Swift's 35th birthday, showering her with thoughtful and extravagant gifts that showed just how much he cares. According to an insider who spoke exclusively to Page Six, the Kansas City Chiefs star made sure Taylor's big day on December 13th was absolutely perfect. Kelce reportedly spared no expense, gifting Taylor engraved jewelry, countless roses, and a collection of carefully selected presents. A source revealed that he even had the gifts delivered in advance to surprise her. Everything was decorated beautifully with flowers everywhere, the insider said, adding that Kelce went the extra mile by hiring a private chef and bartender to craft a memorable evening filled with delicious food and cocktails.